Hi. So you want to start an immersion classroom as a world language teacher. And I've already said that the first step is to give your students an immersion experience. Now, how long you do that for depends on your school schedule. Are you with your students 45 minutes? Or do you have block scheduling? What day of the week do you start school? For example, one school district I was at, we started on a Wednesday, and I saw my students every day for 45 minutes. So that school, I gave my students an immersion experience the first 3 days of school, and then the next week I had my English week, which I'll talk about in another video. At another school district I was at, we had block scheduling, so I saw my students every other day, and we had a split start, so only half of the alphabet came the first day and the second half of the alphabet came the second day. So I didn't see all of my students until like the third and fourth day of school. So for that school, and I think one year we started on a Thursday, and then the next year we started on a Tuesday. So for that school, I did my immersion experience for a lot longer because you want your students to kind of get used to immersion in the sense that they've done it a couple of days and they realize, like, I can do this. You want them to be comfortable enough and realize that they can do class without you speaking in English, okay? So I would say you need at least 3 full periods of class for an immersion experience. So whatever that means for your school schedule. And you can do more than 3 days too, but you need at least 3 full class periods of an immersion experience before you start your English week. And there's going to be benefits to kind of doing those 3 days as well. At one school, the kids who were going to kind of be problem students, because I did not use English at the beginning, they dropped. They thought it was going to be too hard, and so they dropped my class. It's an elective. They don't need to take it. And if you don't want to be here, I don't want you in here either. So that's another benefit of using immersion those first couple days where, kids who are never going to be willing to try are going to drop your class. Now, that's not to say that kids aren't going to be resistant to immersion. They are. They're not going to like it. Some of them are not going to like it. But after you've had those first 3 days of immersion and they've started to realize, like, I can actually do this. And after you've had your English week, a lot of students are going to be willing to do immersion. So you need, as I said, at least 3 days, 3 full days of immersion before you do your English week.